Remember when COVID-19 first arrived in Maryland in March of 2020? The pandemic is not yet over, but we will overcome the challenges that lie ahead, just as we have this past year. As we look back, the time can blend together, but there are so many accomplishments and reasons to be proud of our work as a system. We continually prevailed, proving we are the home of the brave. Remember when it felt like we were not prepared for many COVID patients? Then, across our hospitals, teams worked to create negative pressure rooms and biocontainment units. Remember when we worried about our supply of personal protective equipment? And then, our teams took swift action, ensuring those on the front line would always have what they needed. Not only did we learn how to safely reuse items, but we set up warehouses with stockpiles to guarantee we had long-term supplies. This is also when the community rallied around us, including hand-sewing masks. Remember when it was so hard to get a COVID test? That evolved. We had the supplies and the lab capabilities so anyone could easily get a diagnostic test with results coming back quickly. Remember when we worried about not having enough beds? Then, the University of Maryland Medical System partnered with the state of Maryland and Johns Hopkins Medicine to open the Baltimore Convention Center Field Hospital. We also reopened Laurel Hospital Center for COVID patients, and we helped transform the Lord Baltimore Hotel into a space for recovering and at-risk patients. Remember when we wondered how we could handle a surge? We worked as a system to share people and resources. When a hospital faced an overwhelming influx of patients, we could move patients or frontline teams. And we made sure we had a 3-month supply of the most vital medications. Remember when patients began to get better? Across the system, we celebrated the victories as patients left the hospital after long periods in the ICU. At University of Maryland Rehabilitation and Orthopedic Institute, a COVID recovery unit was created to help patients regain their strength. Remember when a vaccine felt like it would take forever to arrive? And then, at the University of Maryland School of Medicine, both the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines were studied in clinical trials, and our researchers were leaders throughout, advising how the vaccine should be approved and used. When the vaccines were ready for emergency use, we began to vaccinate every member of the team who wanted them. And then came the effort to vaccinate the community with mass vaccination sites we helped set up. Remember when COVID felt completely overwhelming? Now is the time to remember how much we accomplished together. Our fight is not over, but we've learned so much, and we continue to persevere with courage. We showed up when it was frightening. We saved lives when it felt daunting. Our response to COVID has defined not only our past, but our future. Throughout this pandemic, you are the reason for our strength and our success. Thank you.